Hey everybody, welcome to Trading Capital Exclusive Analysis. In today's video, we're discussing natural gas. So lots of people got way too hyped up and too bullish on natural gas, and it has seen a significant retracement to the downside. Now, a lot of people are questioning: is natural gas back in a bear market? Is it going much lower? Are we going to lose these low pivots down there? Well, needless to say, I think we're actually coming up very close to a pivotal bounce zone. A couple things that I want to pay attention to on the charts here. So overall, right now you can see on the daily chart, you made a high all the way out to 365 and you've seen a pretty harsh sell-off all the way down to 278. Believe it or not, we're into some pretty decent technical support at these lows. If you look on the weekly chart, these lows are a big weekly reversal pivot zone. So you can clearly see that you had your big weekly reversal here, and then your follow through to the upside with this huge green candle. This is a big congestion level on nat gas. You traded many weeks here. It's a previous support resistance zone. Here you can see it was resistance sold off. Here it was support, and then it was trying to break out and it got sold off. Resistance. Then you finally broke above it, and now you're retracing to support. But is this going to be the big level, or are we going to head lower? Well, I think that there might be a little bit of more selling pressure to continue before we get that inevitable technical bounce. I'm getting very close, in my opinion, to going long natural gas via some equity stocks and the underlying commodity, preferably the underlying commodity. But if you throw up a fib retrace from your low to your high pivot here, you can clearly see that the 50% retrace zone at 286 was sliced through. You got a hard red bar down between that, which makes me think that you want to head to the 618 retrace zone, which puts you at about $2.67. Now, if you also throw on your daily simple 200 MA, look at what you're coming up into. I feel that if we tag this area, that's going to be a big level to start accumulating. You have the daily 200 moving average, and then you'll also have a 618 retrace of that full move. And then to make things even more technical, let's just get rid of those fib retraces. If you draw a trend line from this low pivot to that pivot, you can clearly see that you're coming up very close to this upsloping trend line. You also have a little bit of a beautiful parallel channel forming. So the bigger technical level, if price action stays and falls lower, is going to be the low end of this channel. But you have tons and tons of support at the daily 200 as well as the 618 retrace, which is around this 266 area, which leads me to think that if you don't get a bounce off of this level, you're likely going to get a bounce off of this level. So look for accumulation points at this 270 and a little bit lower to start accumulating nat gas on the long side. I still remain very tactically bullish on nat gas, and it's very interesting to see that the sell-off in nat gas, boom, has basically done the opposite of the NASDAQ. So take a look at what the QQQ has done in recent trading sessions. Straight shot up. And then when we flip back to that natural gas chart, it's really done the mirror opposite. So I've done some correlations for my members over the years where I do think that there's going to be an inflection point where we see the markets, the equity markets, start to sell off, and then natural gas will start to bounce and catch a little bit of a bid. It is the commodity that has been hit the most, so there's certainly still a lot of shorts and bearish sentiment that needs to be shaken out. But I do think that we're forming a nice big basing formation here, stage 2 basing formation that will eventually break out to the upside. My members were able to basically catch this whole move from this low 280s all the way up to 350-ish. We exited, and now we're looking to enter very soon here on the long side, but I'm just being exceptionally patient. Looking at the daily RSI, you can clearly see that the RSI is almost hitting this lower boundary range. On the weekly chart, it's interesting because you are making a little bit of a bullish divergence, being the fact that you have your low here. You made a little bit of a lower low with a higher low RSI. If we tag this low end of the channel and basically retrace, 50% of this RSI move, that's going to be another confluencing zone to potentially go long. But definitely some tough trouble for the bulls if you've been a bull over the last few weeks in natural gas. On that note, please sign up for check out my Discord at tradingcapital.ca, where you'll have access to my direct live trading alerts, exclusive daily member analysis videos where I'll post reasons why I'm taking a trade, give you a little bit of an educational insights into what I'm thinking and why I'm going long or short a specific stock or commodity. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Please give this video a like down below and stay tuned for more price action. And definitely keep your eye on the Thursday data for nat gas. The building of the inventories could mark a turning point. If we keep selling off into inventories and we get a little bit more of a flush on inventories, I'm going to be looking for that long trade, call it maybe Thursday or Friday, just a little bit of a nugget that I'm dropping.